if you believe you can, you're right. And if you believe you can't, you're also right. One of the biggest mistakes that I see a lot of people make is that they let other people tell them what is or isn't possible, right? Or what they are or are not capable of. So the best example of that is, I see, for example, students all the time who come from a non-target school, right? And they've heard on maybe a forum like Wall Street Oasis, where if you come from a non-target school, you probably won't be able to get into banking, right? Or if you have a GPA below 3.7, you probably won't be able to get into investment banking, right? Or, fill in the blank on any other reason for why you may or may not be able to get into investment banking. Now, what you have to realize is most of the time when people are telling you these things, they may or may not have, bad intentions, right? And most of the time they probably don't. But at the same time, they're also just, what they're telling you is their opinion, right? It's based on their version of the truth, which is actually just based on their worldview or their experience. Like, they haven't ever seen anyone around them, whether it's their friends or just people that they know personally. They haven't seen anyone like you who has actually gotten into investment banking. So to them, their belief is that it's not possible, right? So they don't have the frame of reference that this is something that's doable. Now, here at Wall Street Mastermind, a lot of times we tell people that they actually can get into investment banking once we get to know them a little bit and talk more about their situation, despite the fact that maybe they go to a non-target school, or they don't have a perfect GPA, or maybe they don't have as much relevant experience. And the reason why we have that type of confidence is through experience, is through having these reference points or points of references where we've seen previous clients who had those same challenges, who have been able to get into investment banking from a lower ranked school or without a perfect GPA, right? Like, we have clients I've gotten in with as low as a 3.0, right? We have plenty of clients I've gotten in from non-target schools, and they're one of the only people from their school to get into banking. And so that tells us that it is doable, right? And so that belief is really, really huge. And one thing that a lot of the clients that we work with really benefit from is just being in that community of other like-minded students who are all trying to work towards this goal at the same time. And they see all these other students who maybe come from a similar background as them, and because they followed a proven process, they were ultimately able to get there, right? And now all of a sudden, because they see that, they have this belief, and now they believe they can do it, right? So there's a saying by one of the former presidents, I forgot if it was President Ford or who was it, but it says that if you believe you can, you're right, and if you believe you can't, you're also right? And I think there's a lot. It makes a lot of sense, because a lot of times having the right belief in the beginning, that's half the battle, right? So I'll just leave you with that today. I just want to make sure that for those of you, maybe you're reading a lot of stuff online, hearing a lot of noise, people telling you that you can't do this, you can't do that, just tune out the noise and make sure that you control the things that you can control, and you're working towards the outcome that you ultimately want, right? And if there's something that you're struggling with, then what you need to do is not get down on yourself, but to actually reach out to someone and get help, right? Someone who can actually is an expert and is qualified and cares enough about you and is going to be invested in your outcome to help you overcome that challenge, okay? So I believe in you. Hopefully you believe in yourself, and that'll be it for today's video. All right. Hey there, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're looking for more customized advice that's tailored for your specific situation, then I invite you to book a free strategy session with our team at the link below. We'll talk to you soon.